Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free, but if you're watching this, you're premium. Listen, I have a past of talking about people who make food bad on the internet, and as such, my premium viewers send me terrible things that'll ruin my day. I don't know why you've done this. You could have just sent me a puppy video, but instead you send me this horrible woman making horrible creations. I say horrible woman, I'm sure she's fine. She's not horrible, her creations are. Today we'll be talking about a creator by the name of My Jane Brain. For those who don't understand her name is Jane, and she's got like kind of a kooky Jane brain, which you'll see. Now Jane and her brain went viral recently, or at least showed up on my feed because of this hamburger fiasco, which if you haven't seen, I also haven't seen. I saw it on my feed and I was like, no, I need to save this for a special time, a more intimate time. And that time is now. But before we get into that, let's take a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, Native. Native makes daily staples like deodorant, body wash, shampoo, soap, and toothpaste that are good, clean, fun, and cruelty-free. I've worked with Native before, and this time around, I ordered some classic deodorants and some body wash. The body wash is luxurious and foams up into a nice lather, but don't worry, there's no sulfates or dyes, and it's residue-free, leaving your skin feeling silky smooth. Native uses clean, effective, and simple ingredients to keep your skin feeling happy and healthy. Their deodorants are paraben and aluminum-free, and the scents are great. I got lavender and rose, citrus and herbal musk, and my personal favorite, coconut and vanilla. It's long lasting and I smell great all day long. Ah, that's nice. Whether you want to smell spicy and woodsy or clean and crisp, there's an option for everyone. And if you want to get into the holiday spirit, you can check out their Naughty and Nice collection, which includes scents like spiked eggnog, candy cane, or lump of coal. Now, 3 deodorants would normally be $39, but if you use my link and code Jarvis2, you'll get them for $26. That's over 33% off. With my code, you can also get 20% off any body wash or lotion. Between you and me, I wouldn't want to miss out on this limited time offer. Thanks again to Native for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the video.
First, we're gonna add in our yolk right into the eyeballs, 1 egg here in the mouth.
I do not think first we're adding an egg to the eyeball. I think first we're creating a cursed face of a hamburger man, and then second even putting eggs in his eyeballs.
The last yolk here, we can't forget about seasoning our ground beef, the black pepper on.
You know, that was going to be my major concern, is are they seasoning the ground beef? But luckily Jane's brain did not forget.
Lay's chips. Yep, you heard it. So go ahead and just put those all the way around.
Okay, so I know I'm pausing it a lot. Why is there always a person off screen oohing and eyeing at this person making a horrible food? Do they think that they're going to trick the audience by having a yes woman off screen going, oh, that's how you make the demon burger? Thanks for explaining it, Jane.
Lightly salted ruffles. And
wavy on, okay, so she must be Canadian. I mean, that's just my assumption because it's in English and French. And I'm a man of the world.
These you can crush up a little bit smaller and just place those all around the edges as well. All right, you can't have mashed potatoes without some light cream.
Sorry, I didn't know we were having mashed potatoes. Normally mashed potatoes doesn't involve a hamburger face with egg eyeballs and mouth. So I just have more questions than answers. She doesn't tell us what she's making. The description is, I'm never making burgers another way, which made my dumb brain, my Jarvis brain, think that she was making burgers. But my Jarvis brain is dumb and bad. So
we're just gonna gently pour that in. What would mashed potatoes be without butter, honestly? We need some.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, wasn't expecting anything green to enter this. This is an affront. I'm not even a good cook.
We're just gonna place it gently around our beef. I don't know why these eyes are.
There's just no motion happening in any of the food. I feel like one of the important elements of cooking food is keeping the food moving. It just feels like you're burning one half of the burger. I'm surprised these eggs haven't cooked yet, so it must be a very low heat. I don't know what's going on. I may run into the kitchen right now after this to cook myself some lunch and accidentally make myself the demon mashed potatoes and hamburger man. So who am I to talk?
We're just gonna go in with a little more seasoning because you don't want bland mashed potatoes.
If this was bland, that would be its worst offense.
That looks nice. All right, let's see if they're turning into
a spatula enters the fray, finally.
That's what they used to be. So we're just restoring them to their natural habitat.
I mean, they did not used to be mashed potatoes. They used to be potatoes, and then like a big factory process and a lot of chemicals happened. You can't put the potato back together, so to speak. It's a one-way process. We've seen people try to make mashed potatoes out of potato chips before, who all seem to miss the fact that instant mashed potatoes are cheaper than Lay's potato chips. I'm pretty sure, by the pound.
Even thicker and creamier, we're gonna add some of this tri-blend cheese. Now we want the cheese to melt, so we're just gonna put the lid on this.
So here's what concerns me. Here's a few of the things that concern me. So one, we're never flipping over the burger. How is it going to cook? I did just almost gag. I'm also confused as to why the eggs haven't demonstrated any cooked properties yet, though we've been sitting over the sizzling pan for a while, what feels like my entire life.
Steam up. This has been in here quite a while. Wow.
Oh, I'm not even exaggerating. That is grotesque.
Wow. Look at that. The eggs are perfectly cooked. Now let's take a look.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar. This is a psyop. This is like psychological manipulation. You can't look at me with a straight face. You know, did you know gaslighting is Merriam-Webster's word of the year? I bet you do, because you might be engaging in that sort of behavior often.
This is ready to be flipped. We're just gonna go for it.
Listen to that.
Oh yeah, it's ready. All right, we're going for it.
What did I say? You sat that shit without flipping it for so long. It's probably so crusty and crunchy. You should not be allowed to do this, even if you did get 169,000 likes. Okay, well, we know why they're doing it.
Look like mashed potatoes, and you can't tell me they don't.
Did you just say they look like mashed potatoes and you can't tell me they don't? I would like to volunteer in telling you they don't. They don't look like anything. This genuinely looks like like in a video game when you like mess up the cooking and you make a bad dish.
I am so excited to try this. How good does this look?
Honestly, I was expecting the burger not to be cooked all the way through, so kudos.
Let's see how good this turned out. Oh yeah. No, that is a burger.
Let's see what the comments say. This has to be against the Geneva Convention. Yeah. Please do make burgers in another way. This should lower your credit score. Oh, hell no. I'm gonna call the police. 911. Hello. Yeah, there's a delicious meal waiting for you. Got him. You didn't need to salt potato chips. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences. So that's who we're dealing with here. She has 256,000 followers on TikTok, building an incredible audience for herself. And we can see why. She's a trained chef making delectable treats for her audience to enjoy. And you can follow him step by step. Me when I lie. Let's see. This one just came out.
So we're taking our pineapple. Make sure it comes all the way out. And we're just gonna put it right on the bacon. Right over. Right, now we're gonna take our long slice of pork. Slither that right out.
You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If you have to use the word slither to describe any aspect of the cooking process, maybe stop.
We're gonna lower our pork into the pineapple. Just get
These things don't have the same cooking characteristics, right? Also, is that the part of the pineapple you want to eat? I feel like this still has spikes in it. So what are we doing?
Okay, let's get this thing in the oven. Don't want it to fall. Oh, I thought that was gonna work, but I guess it's not. You know what? We're just gonna give it a quick little haircut then. Let's get this in at 375.
This is honestly incredible improv work, because I could not, with a straight face, do any of this stuff. You know, credit where credit's due.
Okay. Perfect fit. And we're gonna cook this until it hits the pig. Wow.
Hold on. Where'd the top of the pineapple go? Did it start incinerating in the oven? Is that why you had to take it off?
I cannot wait any longer.
Yeah, you just took it off and put it back on. Wait.
I need to see what the middle of this looks like. Wow, listen to that. All right, let's take a look at that inside. Ooh. Wow.
Once again, I'm surprised that it cooked through.
We got a pineapple piece, a pork piece,
And a bacon piece.
Okay, let's give this a try. All the flavors go together perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And cut. All right, get the shit off of my counter. Throw it directly in the garbage. Can't tell if it's satire or for real. And then she says for real, but with a loving emoji. Yeah. Where did the Pineapple top coat got burnt. Yep. So like we know why you're doing this, right? And all I can do is ask you to stop. Your family and friends are worried about you. Rethink this. Okay, where to next? It looks like Reese's cake did really well.
Take out our extra large Reese's and place into the middle of the dish. And then all around it, you want to place these tiny little Reese's. And the last one down here, this is a French vanilla icing. So we've put this in the microwave for just a minute.
Why? What? I like Reese's a lot. And so now I'm offended a little bit. Why? Okay, so we heated up icing and we just I thought we were making a cake around this.
Chocolate cake mix into a glass mixing dish. Then we're gonna crack in 3 eggs. Egg number 3. Then we're gonna pour in half a cup of vegetable oil and 1 cup and a quarter of milk. And the magical ingredient,
more peanut butter.
I feel like so far this is like the closest she's ever gotten to following a real recipe is the cake mix.
This recipe is peanut butter, everything. We're just gonna whisk all of this together. This ain't your grandma's chocolate cake. Pour that all the way across. And this recipe would not be complete without...
I feel like this can't go too wrong, you know, because it involves something that someone else made. Actually, a lot of things that someone else made. So I feel like ultimately, this is just gonna be a really sweet cake.
Evenly distribute these across the cake. It's time for the oven, but look at this. Look
Wow.
at this.
Please don't turn out good. A man can dream.
350 for about 30 minutes. Okay, it's time to finish this guy up and give it a try. Cut the tip. We got a nice little swirly design. Now we gotta go the other way.
Why do we have to go the other way?
Some Reese's Pieces on top. This is going to be so epic. How good.
Wow.
Honestly, it does look good. I mean, it looks sweet as hell, but it includes some of my favorite things. I would take a bite out of it. I'm not gonna look at her desserts anymore because I feel like where she really gets into trouble is when she tries to make real food. Okay, all right. How to cook chicken in a pumpkin. Why? Why? Can you please just explain what cooking chicken in a pumpkin does that might be beneficial? That's not something I've ever heard of.
We're gonna take a whole chicken. So now we're gonna take some fresh thyme, slide that nicely into our little chicken. Take this half an onion, and we're just going to plug that up. Now let's make our dry rub. This is what's gonna give it all of that flavor on the skin. We're gonna take some onions. We're gonna go in with our little potatoes, half a lemon, a whole bunch of already chopped garlic. Swirl it around. Let's get our chicken in the pumpkin.
What?
Yep, we're going all the way in there.
Is it gonna fit in there?
I don't know.
What is even happening right now?
I agree with the woman off screen. What is even happening right now?
Look at that.
What the heck?
This is gonna be crazy. Pop all the rest of the onions in there. To the potatoes, take some cinnamon sticks. Shove those right inside the pumpkin. Now we wanna take these wooden skewers and we're just gonna shove them into the lid of the pumpkin, just like that.
This feels like a ritual you would use to summon like an evil chicken. You know what I mean? This feels like something I did in RuneScape in like a quest 15 years ago.
100 degrees. We're gonna take our giant chicken in a pumpkin. I'm just gonna place that into the bottom rack here. Okay, it's been 2 hours. Let's get this pumpkin out of here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that smells so good.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like inside. Let's take this lid off.
It looks like the pumpkin survived a bomb going off. It looks like the pumpkin aged 30 years inside of that oven.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Wow.
Even more juices.
Oh, what is that? Why is it leaking? Even more juices. The more the merrier. That's what I always say.
Come on.
Look at that chicken.
This is our best one yet. That is beautiful. It's gonna be the juiciest chicken you've ever seen. Look at that. Come on.
Honestly, she does consistently cook her food, which is more than can be said about a lot of the other people who are in this genre. And we've got a reveal of the friend off screen. So who's behind the camera now? Wait a second. So Gordon Ramsay looked at this?
Let's get our chicken in the pumpkin.
Hold on a minute.
This kind of feels like the game plan for these channels, right? It feels like everyone's poking the bear with increasingly weird recipes to get Gordon Ramsay's like daughter or whoever runs his TikTok to notice it and tell him to do a react. Also, look at Gordon the mirror behind him. Why does he hold his phone like this?
Chicken in a pumpkin? No, kid, there's a Halloween pumpkin. What are you doing?
Take a whole chicken.
No, stop. Where did you learn this from? Okay, so you got some thyme, up the jacksie. Half an onion.
Now let's make our dry rub.
Dry rub. You're going to need more than dry rub to make that chicken taste beautiful.
Massage it into the chicken nicely.
Oh
This
my
is
Lord.
what's going to give it all.
Is that a pair of marigolds you got on?
We're going to take some onions.
No.
Throw them in
Oh no,
in there.
come on.
And
Those
also
pumpkin.
I love the way that Gordon Ramsay does his reacts to these videos because they validate what I do. I sometimes feel like I'm not adding enough commentary, and then I record this for a while and then I cut up the moments or whatever that create the best content for my premium viewers. And Gordon Ramsay just watches it and he goes, "Oh no. Oh no. No, please, no. Not the onion. What are you doing? Oh, you can't do that. You can't put the onions in there. Oh, God. Oh, you're going to need more than... Okay, but that's not going to...
For carved pumpkins for Halloween, you stick candles and put weird faces on them. You don't cook inside those things.
You're breaking his brain. He's like, you're supposed to carve them. You're not supposed to put a chicken inside.
swirl it around.
Swirl it around.
Let's get our chicken in
I feel like you're swirling my palate around.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to stick it in
All the way
there.
in there.
No.
Fit in there?
Pop.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Let's get it in.
No.
No, don't put the chicken in the pumpkin. Gordon, that's what she said she was going to do at the beginning of the video.
Scary.
Here you go, little guy.
Little guy?
What the
Seriously?
heck?
This is gonna be crazy.
What?
All the rest
I'm obsessed with the angle that he's holding his phone at. Why is he doing this?
of those
Cinnamon?
inside the pumpkin. Now we want to take these
Cinnamon
buns here.
potatoes.
We're just gonna
What are you
shove them into
thinking?
the lid. I'm just gonna
How
put
to
that
screw a
right
chicken?
here.
Right
Okay,
there.
it's been 2 hours. Let's
2
get
hours.
this pumpkin out of here.
Get out of it. Yeah, right now I want a GTF.
Oh
Get
my goodness.
out of it. Okay, show me.
He wants to DTF. Wait, Gordon, sorry? Oh, GTF. Like GTFO, Gordon Ramsay? I feel like he just said DTF, like he's down to fuck the chicken.
Look at that. Looks like someone's run it over.
See what it looks like inside.
What?
Let's
A
take
mess.
the lid off. You ready?
No, I'm not. I'm feeling sick.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
OMFG.
Juice
He just keeps saying acronyms and then defining them. I need to DTF. I need to get the out of here. OMFG. Gordon. He's such a dad.
Oh,
Oh,
the chicken's pissed itself.
I got chicken.
this
The
is
chicken's wee-weed all over the pumpkin.
gonna be the juiciest
What?
chicken you've ever seen.
Oh, come on. No, look at it. Look.
Okay, let's give
That
this
is
a try.
Halloween salmonella right there. Cheers. No. Medic.
Gordon Ramsay's such a weirdo. This meatball hack is a game changer.
Place them on top of the ice cube tray. And the last slice here.
So my first thought is that this is not meatballs. Okay, wait, let's guess. So you've layered bacon. There's always got to be bacon involved. You've layered bacon over the ice cube tray, and now you're gonna put beef into the ice cubes. So they're gonna be bacon wrapped meatballs. That's my theory.
Down the bacon gently into the holes. Take some ground beef. And we're gonna put in some spices.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening here.
Mixture here. You can't forget an egg, so it stays all together. Mix it all up. Grab about a tablespoon of our mixture. Spoon that directly into our.
It doesn't even seem that
bacon.
mixed.
Now we're going to fold these up.
Okay, I feel like I called this here.
Never have to worry about pre-portioning your meatballs again after this hack.
What do you mean? Meatballs are already pre-portioned. It's a ball. What do you mean? Oh, I wish I didn't have to make this meatball all in one giant ball. It's so hard to portion after that. It's already a ball. I don't understand. The ice cube tray doesn't do anything to help that.
Flip this over in 3. Oh man, 2. You only got 1 shot at this. 1. Okay, it's coming out. And perfect. We're gonna pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes.
It's so funny when she like has no idea. She's like, 20 minutes? I don't know. 2 hours? What does it matter? This is all fake.
Now while that bakes, we're gonna take some little buns. Got whole wheat here to be a little healthy, you know?
That makes me mad. We got whole wheat to be a little healthy with our bacon wrapped meatballs. All right.
Buns. You know, if you want, you can just go right on there with the rest of it. On this side, we're going to spoon on some marinara sauce, provolone cheese, and the last guy here. Put this in the oven, bake it up a little bit In the meantime, we're gonna take out our meatballs. We have to brush them with some barbecue sauce.
Why barbecue sauce? If you're putting tomato sauce, it looked like you were just making a meatball sub situation. Why barbecue sauce?
Let's grab the bread out of here. Just a little bit crispy, but look at that cheese.
That cheese does look good.
We're just gonna place half onto this bun and the other half on just like that. We're going to finish it up with some marinara. And
there is already enough marinara. There was marinara at every goddamn step, dude.
Piece of toast right on top. Let's chop this bad boy open. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna take this one individual little...
I can't help but think that the bacon here is undercooked.
We're going to take out the center of our steak.
Why? Sorry, I'm getting upset. I'm getting unreasonably upset. Let me just take a moment.
Place it into our hot pan. So we're going to take our egg and we're going to crack it into the center of the steak. Now we're going to take our mac and Cheetos.
What? I feel like Gordon Ramsay. What? No, stop. You can't do this.
Into the pan. Okay, but it needs some liquid to boil it.
Where have I seen something that looks almost identical to this? You know, meat in the middle, some sort of carb on the outer rim, pouring heavy cream into it. Interesting. I'm not wrong. This looks exactly like the other thing, right? There's egg in the middle of the meat. Also, how do you expect this pasta to cook? How long are we going to be cooking the steak?
Because we need it to be cooked. So let's go ahead and dump some milk in here. Why is it doing that?
Why does she need to cook everything at once? This is like the milk steak from like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right?
Of course. Now we have to use the Cheeto sauce. I've never cooked a steak and mac and cheese in the same pot before.
Well, yeah, why are you doing it? That's mac and cheese? I'm doing exactly what they want me to do, which is yell and be upset.
This is the secret ingredient. We need some butter slices. We can't forget to season the steak.
I know it's a joke, but this is just so grotesque.
Apparently it just needs a little bit of salt. All right, before we flip it, let's take a look. Okay, it's actually kind of cooking.
It's actually kind of cooking? That's not what I want to hear, personally. Did you even, like, butter or oil the pan before putting the meat down?
It actually cooked on this side.
Did it, though? What is the point of any of this? Sorry, I'm just, like, getting to the meaning of life at this point. What is the point of any of this?
Let's get this bad boy out.
Let's see how it's cooked. Let's take a look. What do we think? That's not bad.
I almost don't believe that. I feel like she cooked it some more.
Let's take a look at the egg. Okay, but does it taste good?
No.
You're very optimistic about this, so.
She's gonna be chewing for a long time because that steak is pretty tough.
Okay. That's actually good.
Yeah, there had to be a whole cut. She was it's actually pretty good. It's like chewing gum. Girl, you made this up as you went. Maybe. Oh my God. Sorry. Did I just watch her put egg into M&Ms? Ugh. We're done. Thanks for suffering with me. I'm sorry that we did this. If you would like me to stop doing this forever, let me know in the comments down below, because I will. You don't have to. Honestly, if one person says it, that's enough. And send me stuff that's not this that you want to see me make a video on, because I'll do that instead, actually. Stay gold, everybody.